Vietnam. Vietnam, officially the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Bordered by China to the north, Cambodia to the southwest, Laos to the northwest, and the Philippines, Malaysia and Indonesia. Throughout the South China Sea to the east and southeast. Its capital city has been Hanoi. Vietnam has come to be a main visitor vacation spot since the 1990s. Low-priced upscale hotels, cheap and remarkably healthful meals, and delightful attractions make Vietnam a standout among budget-pleasant South Asian locations. There are clean, secure hotels to fit each person's pockets. The national language of Vietnam is Vietnamese. Vietnam has 2 international natural heritage sites, Ha Long Bay and Phong Nha Bang National Park, and 6 biosphere reserves. Unspoiled and undeveloped, Vietnam is a superb cheap tour vacation spot, as well as a stunning country of lush mountainscapes and sweeping white sands. The town is quite overrun with tourists. Its main departure point for easy rider motorbike tours. However, the flower farms, local tofu factories, cashew nut plantations, and of course, the iconic rice terraces are really worth stopping by to take a look. Several visitor projects are under production, which includes the Bin Duong Tourist Complex, which possesses the biggest artificial sea in Southeast Asia. The country's best attraction is its sublime countryside. From the limestone casts of the north to the waterways and paddy fields of the Mekong Delta, with joyful seashores and frenetic towns crammed in between. Thailand. Thailand, formerly called Siam and officially the Kingdom of Thailand, is a country at the center of the Indo-Chinese Peninsula in Southeast Asia. The overseas relations of Thailand are treated by the Minister of Foreign Affairs. There's a reason why Thailand stays so famous with backpackers. It's got idyllic islands, a wealthy lifestyle, seashore huts aplenty, tantalizing cuisine and adventures galore, and all available at regularly staggeringly low charges. In Thailand, elephant is the national symbol. Younger elephants are frequently captured to be used in visitor attractions, or as work animals. Even though their use has declined since the government banned logging in 1989. Tourism makes up approximately 6% of the financial system. Thailand becomes the most visited country in Southeast Asia in 2013. According to the World Tourism Organization, Asian tourists usually go to Thailand for Bangkok and the historical, natural, and cultural attractions in its surrounding. However, in addition, many tourists go to the southern beaches and islands. Thailand's sites consist of diving, sandy beaches, masses of tropical islands, nightlife, archaeological sites, museums, hill tribes, plants and bird life, palaces, Buddhist temples, and numerous World Heritage sites. Istanbul. Istanbul, historically known as Constantinople and Byzantium, is the most populous town in Turkey, and the country's financial, cultural, and historical center. It's uniquely among the world's cities. Istanbul stands astride continents, Europe and Asia. As though its marvelous geographical place was not enough, it can additionally boast of being the only town to have played capital to consecutive Christian and Islamic empires, a role that has formed the area's history for more than 2,500 years. Whether or not yours is the Istanbul of the Blue Mosque and the Topkapi Palace, or the Boogaloo nightclubs and swish rooftop cocktail bars, the town takes time to get to recognize. 3 to 4 days is sufficient to see the main historic sites in Sultanahmet and take a ferry ride on the Bosphorus. About 12.56 million overseas tourists arrived in Istanbul in 2015. 5 years after it was named a European Capital of Culture, making the town the world's 5th most famous tourist destination. Istanbul is basically recognized for its Byzantine and Ottoman architecture, However, its homes replicate the numerous peoples and empires which have previously ruled the town. Examples are Roman and Genoese architecture remains visible, along their Ottoman counterparts in Istanbul. Istanbul has one of the fastest developing metropolitan economies in the world. Arts, song, movie, and cultural festivals were established at the end of the 20th century and remain hosted by the city nowadays. Morocco. Morocco, formerly called the Kingdom of Morocco, is a sovereign country placed within the Maghreb area of North Africa. Geographically, Morocco is characterized by a huge tract of desert, rugged mountainous interior, and a lengthy coastline alongside the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. The capital city of Morocco is Rabat, and Casablanca is the largest city in Morocco. Other essential towns consist of Marrakesh, Tangier, Sail, Fes, and Meknes. Tourism is one of the most important sectors in Moroccan economic system. Morocco is the ultimate dream journey, and yet price tends to maintain most from traveling. However, what you may not realize is that it's one of the cheapest African nations, specifically when comparing flight expenses. Morocco attracted more than 10 million travelers in 2013. Morocco is surprisingly less expensive due to the devaluation of the dirham and the increase of hotel costs in Spain. Morocco has an outstanding road and rail infrastructure that links the main towns and travel locations, with ports and towns with international airports. Low-fee airlines provide cheap flights to the country. Tourism is increasingly focused on Morocco's tradition, consisting of its historical towns. Agadir is a main coastal resort and has a third of all Moroccan bed nights. It is a base for tourists to the Atlas Mountains. Belize. Belize is an independent country of formerly British Honduras, on the eastern coast of Central America. Belize is bordered on the south and west via Guatemala, to the north by Mexico, and to the east through the Caribbean Sea. Belize's abundance of terrestrial and marine species, and its variety of ecosystems supply it a key location in the globally enormous Mesoamerican Organic Hall. Present-day conveniences and records collide in Belize. It is a super location to take a budget romantic excursion. Most of the 4-star hotels provide extras, like bicycle rentals, included in their low costs, in addition to Belize's outstanding local wines. Belize is considered a Caribbean nation and Central American, along with strong ties to both the Caribbean regions and Latin American. Belize is known for its September celebrations, its huge barrier reef coral reefs, and punta song. A combination of natural elements: the Belize Barrier Reef, weather, over 450 offshore islands, superb fishing, secure waters for scuba diving, snorkeling and boating, various rivers for kayaking and rafting, numerous jungle and wildlife reserves of fauna and plants, for hiking, trekking, bird looking, and helicopter journeying, as well as many Maya ruins, help the thriving tourism and ecotourism industry. It additionally has the largest cave system in Central America. Improvement expenses are high. However, the government of Belize has made tourism its second development precedence after agriculture. In 2012, visitor arrivals totaled 917,869 and traveler receipts amounted to over $1.3 billion.